Hello, music lovers and conversationalists. Welcome back to the channel. Today, I am excited to share with you a special edition of Friday Firsts, and I am talking about the release of the first album by Lynyrd Skynyrd, and the release date was August 13th, 1973, and we have the 50th anniversary of this album coming up in just another day or two. And from what I've read, there is going to be a box set released. I believe it's going to be a 4 CD box set that looks like it is a green light. I'm not sure what the release date is, but I will find the article that I've read about it and try to add it to the end of the video. The album was, as I said, released on August 13th, 1973, so we're coming up on very closely coming up on the 50th anniversary. The album was produced by Al Kooper, who has worked with such legends as B.B. King, The Who, the Stones, Bo Diddley, and Jimi Hendrix, just to name a few. The album was definitely going up against some heavy hitters, if you will. You had Pink Floyd releasing Dark Side of the Moon on March 1st of 73, and March was definitely a busy month, I should say, for albums in 1973. As I said, it kicked off with the Dark Side of the Moon being released. Then Tom Waits, 5 days later on March 6th, released Closing Time, followed by Led Zeppelin releasing Houses of the Holy on March 28th. So a great month for music lovers for sure. Then a couple of weeks after this, Skynyrd released their debut album on the 13th of August. You had the Stones releasing Goat's Head Soup on August 31st. So some competition there, but I still think that Lynyrd Skynyrd's debut album blew the Stones away with that one, as well as I'd say several other bands that I mentioned. A couple of other bands that came out later in the year that were some more competition for Skynyrd's debut was the release of my all-time favorite album, Quadrophenia by The Who, which was on October 26th. And then closing out the year, you had Paul McCartney and Wings releasing Band on the Run, which came out on December 5th, sorry. And I'm sure that was a high item on many Paul McCartney fans back in the day for the holiday season, and I'm sure that was a great time to be a music fan in the 70s, especially for that year. Definitely a lot of great artists releasing some great albums. I think, speaking of great albums, I think that this one here, if this was their first and only album, what an amazing way that it would have been for them to come on strong and go out guns blazing. This album is just jam packed with so many great songs. I think they all could have been side A songs for singles. I don't think any of them would have been really any B-sides to them. I mean, you could have had 1A and 2A, if you will, for singles, but even songs such as Poison Whiskey, I Ain't the One, and maybe Mississippi Kid, ones that, and say Things Going On, those ones there, they could be considered B-side type songs, but they're still great in their own right. I think Things Going On is one of the most underrated Skynyrd songs on the album and in their catalog, and it's just great to watch it live on YouTube, the old footage. This has a nice gatefold with some pictures of the band, and of course you have the lyrics. I really enjoy the way that they incorporate the piano with Billy Powell's skills and really utilize his talents. I think Billy Powell is to the piano what Keith Moon is to the drums. There's no one better than him. He's in a league of his own, if you will. And obviously, it shines through on the big heavy hitter songs such as the intro to Freebird and many others. Simple Man is a great one. You can hear the riffs and licks from him in that. And I really think that Billy Powell is the linchpin of the band and the heart and soul of the band. He just commands such respect, not from just his band members, but from the audience themselves. And he will. No one could ever replace his style of playing, and I don't think you'll ever see anyone match his skills in rock and roll. And it's sad that all the original members are gone now, but they did leave a great catalog of music behind them, and they kicked it off with, I think, one of the best debut albums. My favorite tracks off of here, well, before I do that, one that was a runner-up, if you will, is Mississippi Kid. Again, I think this is an underrated tune. Mississippi Kid has got some great, it's just a great tune altogether. I was recently watching a live version of this, and you get the mandolin there accompanying the guitar, and the acoustic guitar, I should say, and then the rest of the band comes in, and it just, everything is flowing nicely, and the lyrics are very powerful. Van Zandt is, I think, singing about everybody deserves love no matter what their race, religion, or creed is, and I think it's one that should have been played more live. I haven't found too many videos on YouTube of it live, but definitely a great tune. And of course you had Give Me 3 Steps, which is a great tune. That came in on the runners-up, if you will, for this week's installment of Friday First. But the 3 songs that I really liked after re-listening to the album for the first time in a while were coming in at number 3. I really liked the song Things Going On, and as I said, I think it's one of the most underrated Skynyrd tunes, not just on the debut album, but in the entire catalog. It's got a great slow burner of a tune going on there from the opening riffs, and it just really has a cool slide guitar going on there, and a nice accompaniment with Billy Powell's piano skills, and the way his fingers just dance over the keys effortlessly are unbelievable, and that's why Things Going On is coming in at number 3 on my top 3 favorite songs on the album. Coming in at number 2 is Simple Man. I just really love that song. To me, it kind of is a reflective type tune where you, in this day and age, I think, especially with everything being so tech related, social media 24/7, you just want to take a step back and reflect of simpler times, if you will. Maybe living more of a simple life, not really doing away with tech or the modern day world, so to speak, but always try to take time out where you don't have to rely heavily on technology and whatnot. That's kind of what I uh, think of when I'm listening to this tune, and it's just a really melancholy type tune, I think. And definitely one that I never get tired of listening to. And the number one song that really I credit it for being the first song that I've ever listened to from Skynyrd, and or one of the first songs I've ever listened to from Skynyrd, but the first favorite song that I've ever had from Lynyrd Skynyrd, I should say, is one, if you recall the movie Dazed and Confused, when they were wrapping up the party that they had in the woods, the keg was running dry, people were starting to wrap up and go home for the night or wherever they were going to crash for the night, and then you start seeing the overhead shots, and you got Tuesday's Gone is playing. What a powerful song that was at that moment for that particular scene in the movie. And it really just had another reflective ballad that I never get tired of. I crank it up whenever I can, and really just a great tune, one that I think will stand the test of time. So that's my thoughts on this special edition of Friday Firsts as we celebrate the soon-to-be 50th anniversary of Lynyrd Skynyrd's debut album. And once again, I will try to find the article that was talking about a possible or a release of a box set. I think it was on American Songwriter or something like that. And they talked about having a 4 CD box set with a lot of great Skynyrd material on it in celebration of the debut. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you're all doing well. And if you have any time this weekend and have a copy of it or can find it online, take a few minutes and play some tracks of the debut album of Lynyrd Skynyrd. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you all next time. Take care. Bye-bye.